All right, all right, all right. Who's here? Who's here? Whoa, new camera angle. What's going on? I'm using my big camera now. How is everybody doing? I'm in a good mood. I got a Nasdaq warm-up trade going right now. We're about to cash in. All right, we got free VIP lined up. I'm in a good mood. Bitcoin's going crazy. I've got a little bit of a cold there, but I'm feeling better. I showed you. I don't know if you saw my story yesterday. I got some crazy rash looking like a villain. Look at me. I'm doubling the lot sizes today. We're going crazy on stream. Come on now. First TP level I'm looking at right about here. See if we can smash TP, get that warm-up trade out of the way, and go for 5 wins. Oh, yes. Camera's showing the HUD. All right, let me change that. There you go. We're in business. We're in business. And we're really in business. We're about to TP1 on this. All right, let's take partial right there, baby. Let's get started on the double lot size. I'm going crazy. Woo! Get some W's in the chat. I'm about to spin that wheel, baby. Look at the demand zone. Look at that little demand zone. That's not even a big demand zone. That's just a little one. Little one. But see you later, NQ. All right, where am I looking at TP2? TP2, let's touch the top right here, baby. Let's go for a ride today. Alrighty, alrighty. So we already hit TP1, right about there, right? Something like that. Mark this chart up. That's why you don't miss the beginning of the stream. You always want to catch my warm-up trade on NQ, baby. You know what it is. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Let's get some free VIP. Only 500 people in here. You know, those are pretty good odds to win VIP. Let's give that thing a spin. Let me know if you like the new camera angle right here. I'm using the... Someone asked me, they say, Pat, why the hell aren't you using your good camera on the last stream? And then I said, I don't know why I'm not using the good camera, so we're using the good camera now. All right, 4 winners of VIP. Let's clap, 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 clap for all those VIP winners. 4 W's in the chat. Steph7X is a winner. Me so high is a winner. Intuition, he's always in here. He should get a win. And Goggles Pisano is a winner. All right, so there's 4 winners right there to start the day. Let's get cooking. Lots to talk about, lots to do. Don't play with me, I won't play with you. All right, let me adjust this camera a little bit higher. Right? Or is it the other way? It's the other way? A little bit lower. Yeah, the microphone's really in the way on this one. How the hell am I going to adjust this thing? Is that better? I guess that's better, huh? That feels a little better. That feels a little better. Got my headphones right there. Let's put those on the ground. Get those out of the way. 557 in here. Let's get this up to 1,000 people. We got money to make today. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is education and entertainment only. Just because I'm winning doesn't mean you're going to be winning. My results are not typical. I am a bit of a beast when it comes to trading. I'm 16 years at this thing, and I'm only getting better with age. You know, this month I'm turning 40. I turned 40 this month. Can you believe it? How terrible. Oh, Bitcoin's going crazy. Yeah, feeling a lot better here at Garrigan. What's up? Feeling a lot better right now. Look at that. That was a nice exit right there. You can see we're reacting right off of my exit right there. So that was a good TP, eh? That means I got that sniper exit. Thank you so much for telling me I look 28. I appreciate that. Okay, well, I'm all blurred, right? Let's focus on me here. Come on. Autofocus on me and not the microphone. All right. Let me get this stupid microphone out of the way. All right. How do I look? Do I look all right today? Do I still look sick? How's my rash? Huh? My rash look bad? Oh, shout out to Mansoor. His birthday's coming in. You want to zoom in a little bit? All right, let's zoom in a little bit. How's that? Is that better? A little bit of a zoom. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Someone said morning, daddy. Perfect life. Good morning to you. All right, so got to win. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the markets. I'm going to be going for 5 straight wins. This doesn't count towards my 5 straight wins, right? This is just a warm-up trade. I'm 4 straight wins with wins that I provided on trade, right? Wins that I take on stream. So what's going on? I bought some new AirPods. Hey, got some AirPods on the weekend. These things kind of rule. I like this little AirPod thing. Very nice. Got those. And I also got a new camera. So we're going to get, hopefully this thing works all right. This live session is Monday to Wednesday. You can see right here, this is the new camera. It's kind of DJI thing. It's kind of dope. Still figuring out how it all works. You know, it's really cool, but it's like tiny. It's just a tiny little thing as a handheld. So when I go on vacation and stuff, I'll bring this with me to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. Maybe when I go to the mansion, I'll bring that, get you some better B-roll. Speaking of the mansion, how about the mansion? Yeah, I'll be taking a look at the charts soon. Don't worry about that. Just going through some of the updates here this morning. We had some real mansion updates. I put them all on Twitter. I don't know if you're following me on Twitter. There's my Twitter right there. So you can see here, I got a bunch of mansion updates. Take a look at this. This is the courtyard right here. Look, we got the skylights in. The skylights go crazy right now. Here's the backyard. You can see this is from my bedroom. You can see the pool is getting put in right there. The roof is almost completely done. Look at that cool looking roof. Yeah, you saw them in IG. I actually added a couple more here that weren't on IG. This one was on IG here. Look at the skylights. Oh, look at my little baby. Sweet girl. No solar. No solar. I'm going to destroy the environment. And then there's the backyard right there. And I'm telling you, on video, it looks a lot smaller than it is. This is freaking huge. This is a full acre, man. It's unbelievable. This one I like. Look at that courtyard, man. And so if you look at the courtyard right here, so there, like the first part right here, so that's like the front door there, and that's like my office. Like that whole front door area is my office. Yeah, so this place is going to be huge. It's going to be sick. I'll show you that a couple of times today. Obviously, I'm excited about it. In a trade right here. Let's go through the setup because I'll be doing some trades today. You could shovel my roof, Brian, if you want. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing here. Hey, everybody, we got 690 people in here. That's a bit low. Please smash that like button for me. Let's push this stream to the top. #1 Forex trading stream in the world. Ooh, look, my AirPod box. So let's go ahead and push that up. Push that up, push that like button. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing today. All right, so right now it's about 9:35. I'm getting my opening range ready, right? Price comes up, price comes down. I don't like how that looked. Let's try that again. Price comes up, comes down, bing, bing, bing. 15-minute candle, right? And then at 9:45, the candle closes. During that time, it creates a candle low, this wick, and the candle high, this wick, and that creates our range top, our range bottom. That creates our opening range, okay? Then we scroll over. We switch to that M5 time frame. Now we're monitoring the price, right? 9:50 a.m. right here. That's each candle here is 5 minutes, and we're just waiting for a candle to break out the top or the bottom. We come over here. Look, finally, we get a candle break and close out the top. That's giving us bullish direction. That's our first indicator, our first confluence telling us we're going to buy that day. Maybe you're in the overall trend direction. Then you're going to get that TP2. You go against trend, you can still hit that TP1. Then we got to get into the trade. Where are we getting into the trade? Maybe an FVG, maybe a midline. Where's my favorite level lately is that demand zone. If I could get a demand zone, I feel real good. And a supply zone too, baby. Don't worry, we sell too. And then on that M5 time frame, we take our trade, right? Let's say on this one, we wait for that pullback. We entered on an FVG. put my stop loss below the range, took my profit, won right here. It was a partial. Then I pushed all the way up, smash TP2, let it ride, baby. We got things to do. We got money to make. Man, Bitcoin's going absolutely crazy. Thanks for all of the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the mansion will have a gym, and it will have in the gym a sauna. So that's gonna be sick. Bitcoin's going crazy. You know, I'm withdrawing too. I've been withdrawing. I've already pulled over 100,000 Bitcoin in just the last few days because, you know, like when price goes up like this is when I sell, right? I always sell at the top, like, and it's the way I like average in and then I average out at the top. So if we look at my account right here, maybe I'll show you a little bit of something. I'll just show you kind of what I've been withdrawing right here. And I'm gonna withdraw again today, but I've got quite a few withdrawals here. Been withdrawing like about $25,000 a day right there. I don't know, it's not focusing, but whatever. Been withdrawing a lot of money. Yeah, because whatever. Yeah, it's not visible. I'll take a picture of it and I'll show it later or something. Bitcoin is definitely at the top. Bitcoin right now is at like $121,000. It's absolutely insane. So if we go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin, look at this. So we topped out right here, all-time high at about 123. Right now it's 121. It's absolutely insane right now. Like this is just madness. Look at this. Look at this chart, bro. Look at this chart. Say consolidation right here for a while, and then holy crap, boom, 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 leg up, leg up. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Let me go ahead and start taking a look at some different pairs that I'm gonna trade this morning. Can't keep bragging about all my Bitcoin gains. Looks like I'm about to go break even here. Yeah, so I'm out on my NQ. Got my TP1, is back at demand right now, but I'm not entering off this big red candle. That's too dangerous. Who keeps making my freaking arrows so small? I gotta stop letting my analysts use my damn trading view account. Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, did XRP go crazy too? There's this guy at the gym. He's got a ton of XRP. And really, I told him it was a bad idea, which is funny, that I was like, don't buy XRP. It's kind of the newbie coin. It's kind of the generic, I don't know. It's like the people that know nothing about crypto got into XRP is kind of how I feel. And it's going really well, so I guess whatever, you know, who cares? All right, so we got one win on this. Well, I actually just have too much Bitcoin right now, so I'm just kind of pulling out probably $300,000 or $400,000 this month, and I'm gonna put that towards the mansion build. I just have like way too much Bitcoin, and the thing is, like, whenever like I win trades and then I withdraw profits, I do that in Bitcoin, so I never really have to like kind of buy back in. I just like, you know, withdraw my trading profits in Bitcoin, and then I just decide, am I going to keep that or am I going to withdraw that? Right now we're near the top. I'll be withdrawing a ton. What time is it? 9:44. All right, let's get ready for some trades, okay? I'm just yapping, I'm yapping. Where the hell's my UJ? What? Are my eyes not working? Where the hell's my UJ? There it is, right at the top. God, I just am blind right now. All right, so UJ, you can see, is at a level of resistance right here. Pretty clear level of resistance. So our range is created from here, right? Top of the range right there. We got the bottom of the range being created right here. So what are we going to do? We want to trade this. We want to sell this down, right? It's at a pretty good level. Now, Japanese yen pairs have screwed me. Yeah, I'm an old cat. I'm an old guy. Which is funny because people always go, oh, Pat, why do you stream? You know, you're old. You don't have to stream. You know, you could just make one YouTube video a week. Who cares? It's just something for me to do, you know. This is something for me to do. I hope that you guys enjoy this. I just enjoy doing it at this point, so I just do it. Hell yeah. Yeah, I like to be the cult leader of all the patties. So, whatever. I'm here. I do have an online family, that's for damn sure. 3 days a week is what you get. You get 3 days a week. You get Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday, I usually film a video, work on shorts. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I kind of chill with my family. Had a good time with my family this weekend. So looking for a break out the bottom here. What else are we looking at? All right, so this is my setup right here on UJ. Yeah, you could say, let's see on a lower time frame, see what kind of, yeah, look, we got a little supply right there, okay? On a lower time frame, we got a little bit of a supply right there. All right, so what do we need? We need this candle right here to close beneath the bottom of the range. And then we need the price to come back to this level of supply right here. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame where I enter. That's where I'll enter a trade, and then price will come TP1 at the bottom of the range right there again. All right, we've got a plan. What else am I looking at? Yeah, my nose is a little bit stuffed still. Look, I'll blow it. How sick is my new Nas shirt, by the way? All right, looks like we may get a close. Oh, I gotta turn the light on behind me. All right, people really want me to trade US CAD. You know, I always mess up US CAD. I'm too close to it. All right, so let's put this here. Let's put this down here. Let's take a look at UCAD for people. All right, UCAD, very similar situation, isn't it? Okay, so at my resistance level, I'd like to get a close beneath this level and then a pullback to my supply, which is right there. So that's it. Let's get the close and then the pullback to that supply on UCAD. A very, very similar setup to what we have right here. The close, the pullback on UJ. Yeah, he wants to sell. No, I don't trade too much Bitcoin. Mostly just like kind of withdraw my trading profits in Bitcoin, as I was kind of saying before. How's gold? Yeah, I got to look at gold, obviously. So gold is a buy for me right here. You can see in my macro range right here that we are at support and pushing up. Somehow I lost a buy on gold this morning, really, really early. I guess I caught a bit more of this pullback here. That's too bad. I guess I must have been looking at this level here. Recent level of support. It's a strong support right there. Didn't hold. Lost a trade there. Been a bit cold actually, but health is good. Health is good. I feel good. I'll probably be back at the gym today. If not today, I'll be back at the gym tomorrow. All right, what do we have here? A buy on gold today. So let's take a look at our range. Gonna want to have a close outside of this level. This is a wonky. That's not a straight line there. How do I get a straight line? How do I get a straight line? Okay, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I feel good though. I feel good. You know, like when you just get over the cold, you feel so damn good. So I feel good. Oh, hold shift. Alex says hold shift. I don't know what that means, but that worked, I think. Oh, while drawing the line. Oh, how about this, Murph? Look at these guys know more about TradingView than I do. But I know more about trading, I hope. All right, let's see what I could do. US 30 going nutso here. All right. We have a breakout right there. And we've got the close already. We're already cooking here. Got to get the pullback to where? Let's look at, can we find a demand? Can we find a better demand than that? Yeah. Where's the best demand? I think I would just, you know, usually pick the red candle. I think I would pick this candle right there. Okay, let's take a look at that on our 5-minute. All right. I think that's what I would be looking for on U30. Oh, of course we got to take a look at oil. I want to do an oil video because I had that one day where I won oil pretty good. Oil. This is kind of a tough one based on the price action here. So we had a pretty strong level of support. Now that seems to be turning resistance. So we get a breakout of here. Okay, so what we would do if we're going to trade this, if I'm going to trade this, I need to have the break right here and the candle close below. And then I think I would wait for the price to come back up here. Look, you can see we have a supply right here. So I'd come back into that supply. You know, I've found as we've been doing this strategy on stream that focusing on the supply or the demand entry is working really well. Yeah, where is my EMA? There's my EMA. Okay. Put that on the chart for Aluwaneswi Mafunzwini. How about that for a handle? This guy's name is Aluwaneswi Mafunzwani, and my name is Pat. I don't know, that's funny to me. Oh man, I was at this this barbecue this weekend, and this one girl was talking to her dad, and she was like, "Dad, you're Jewish." She goes, "You're Jewish. Look at your last name. It's the last name of a Jew." She's like, "Do 23andMe or something." And then some funny guy says, "I'll just flick a nickel on the floor and see who scurries after it, and we'll find out who the Jew is." And it wasn't me. I was not the one who said that. Someone else said that. Maybe he's a hilarious, handsome man. It was not me who said that, but a funny bit to hear at a barbecue, definitely. And you're just kind of at a barbecue with a bunch of family members, and someone's talking about throwing nickels on the ground to see who's the biggest Jew. Now, that's not the type of thing I would do around family, right? You know me. I never joke. He's gay. No, I'm kidding. That means happy, of course. All right. What am I doing here? US 30 looks good. UJ was the one I was interested in, waiting for a close out the bottom here. Yeah, I do have that EMA, though. I hate that EMA. Don't love that EMA right there, right? That's that uptrend EMA. All right, Vipul, what other pairs are we looking at here today? US CAD. What about Australian dollar, US dollar? Nothing there really. Let's look at EU. EU, kind of in the middle of the range here. I want something a little more obvious. Do we have a Euro CAD? Euro CAD usually is something we like. How does Euro CAD look today? This Lux Algo history's got to go off. What do we turn that off? Get off of my damn screen. I need to find a trade. GU. All right, let's take a look at GU. GU sells, I guess. GU's in quite the downtrend here. Holy crap. Don't really want to buy on that, do we? Let's see. I guess, but there's no real price action here. It's like this, I guess. So this one we could wait for the price to break and close out the bottom on GU, and then kind of wait for a pullback, maybe to the top of the range, hit the EMA, hit that pullback entry. As long as we don't catch a big candle, that should be all right. NZD JPY, what kind of pair is that? Who's trading that trash? All right, maybe we will. Let's take a look just for you, because you're giving me weird exotics. exotics, and the only exotic I like is exotic women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying about exotic women? All right. Obvious support level down there. There, got some resistance right here. All right, I guess, you know, trade the range on NZDJPY, macro range. What's that telling us? That's telling us we gotta sell. All right, NZDJPY, I would sell on this. What did you miss? There was a bad joke about Jews, which, you know, I completely am against. You missed that. But don't worry, Trump's got the Jews. I love the Jews. Netanyahu. Right, there's the Trump. Don't call me Pat the Perv. What are we talking about, Pat the Perv? Am I Jewish? No. I'm 0.2% black, though. 0.2%. I don't have... only some of my friends have given me the N-word pass, but only when I'm rapping. Say the N-word. Well, let's not do that. I'll say the N-word if we get 10 wins in a row. No, I'm kidding. That seems like something I shouldn't do. What else we got? All right, so today, how about this? Look at this. Look, someone did some work before the stream. Was Pat working before the stream? Look at this. Look at this. Chat GPTing a little picture just for you, eh? That's what's up. All right, so the record right now is 29-6 with trades I've taken on stream. Yes, 29-6. If you believe it, believe it. If you don't believe it, don't believe it. Today I'm doubling the lot size. My rap name is Fat Pat, P-H-A-T. So I'm doubling the lot size today. Gonna go a bit wild. My win rate right now on stream is 82.8%. But this is not financial advice, and that's not a typical win rate. I just have been trading for a long time. Right now we have a 4-win streak. Every time I win a trade on stream, there's free VIP raffles. So stick around because I'll win a trade hopefully today, and maybe you'll get free VIP. Obviously there's 1,000 people in here, so your odds of winning aren't great, but if you come every day, your odds get a lot better. If I win 10 wins in a row, maybe I'll get a spray tan. What do you think? Should I get a spray tan if I win 10s in a row? I think I will. That'll be pretty funny. What the hell going on? Not getting out. Ooh. I got a package at the door. That's what's going on. I got a package at the door. Yeah, so if I win 10 in a row, maybe a spray tan. If you have any ideas, I'll do it. You know, what other humiliations do you want to see? Yeah, you want me to go straight black on that tan? All right, maybe I'll go black on that tan. Videos this week. Shout out to you in Gaza. Ghost Chili. Luke, man, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me with that. Yeah, that's my dog. That's Honey. A tattoo. A tattoo. I won't go blackface. Chill. Freestyle. I've already freestyle. What else could I do? Yeah, I'll rap again sometime. We got to get 2,000 people in here and I'll rap again. Yeah, I'll open the package in a second. I'll show you what I'm getting. Just got some clothes, I think, in there. Videos this week. I think I might show you 2 videos this week. All right, I got the sniper entry video and I got 2 gold strategies. All right, so the gold strategies videos, that's a sick thumbnail. That's a sick thumbnail. Make sure that you watch that video. No one watched the free trade copier video, so I released that free trade copier on Saturday. No one watched it. All right, so you should definitely watch that video because you get a free trade copier. I'm surprised people didn't watch it. That's life. Can't watch every video I do. All right, what else we got going on today? We got some trades. Let's go ahead and take a look at UJ, waiting for something to come out of here. Maybe gold. I was waiting for something to come out of gold. Maybe I'll buy gold today. GBP USD. Waiting for a sell there. Your CAD. I don't know. We're in the middle here. We could buy, we could sell, we could do either here. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush into a trade today. I'm gonna chill. US 30. This was one that I was thinking about entering right here. So this coming down. So I think we'll pull this. I think we need to wait for a bit more of a reaction. Maybe we get in at the bottom of the range, but I'm not gonna catch any of these big red candles. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, did I get some new shoes? Robot's going great. forexfury.com for my trading robot, and then obviously there's the robot that I'm trading, that I'm building right now as well. That's going on. Yeah. What's in the box? You know, this is a little trick. This is a little stream trick. You have this box, and you just kind of go, all right, maybe, oh no, maybe I gotta look at this trade. You know, maybe we'll check out what's in the box later. No, I've got a Porsche. You know, easily could have multiple Lambos right now, but I'm building a mansion instead. And I'm also good with my money. I'm also really, really good with my money. A GT3 RS though, that might be the next car. That might be the next car, the GT3 RS. Because like, I'm gonna get my wife like a big ass car. All right, put a sticker on the Porsche for you. What's the sticker of though? Something cool, I hope. I don't show off too much, but I got that new camera. I got this new camera right here. I was showing this earlier. It's kind of cool, this camera. And so like the new camera should help me like kind of get some more content, so I could like do some B-rolls of the Porsche and stuff and flex a little bit more than I normally do. Ooh, accidentally recording something. But you know, I'm actually just good with my money, you know, like there's like when you have like a couple $1 million in a bank account and it makes you like $10,000 a month, you're just like, do I really want to like spend this money? Do I want to spend this money? Not really, you know, like I always go, I can wait. But then you just do this thing where you're like just kind of waiting for money to go up, and you're just like kind of monitoring the numbers. All right, so I'm buy limit here on U30. Oof, bad risk reward, chill. So I'm gonna wait for this thing to come down a little bit here on U30 to get into something. But yeah, this is the thing where you're like, you chill all the time. Like, it's like you make this decision. So it's like I could also make the decision like I could just buy a GT3 RS right now, and then I could film it a bunch, and then people are gonna like be more into my content, I guess. But I'm gonna chill on that. I just don't care. Sarah, sup baby, sup Tamara, couple girls in here. Yeah, I got a video. It's the best 3 Forex robots video. I didn't work out this morning, so I'm a bit under the weather, but I'm gonna be working out maybe this afternoon. Alright, what do we got here? This is the new shoes. So these are these are actually gonna be my gym shoes. So these are actually just for the gym. Now my original entry was right here, and if I took it, I'd be looking pretty good right now. So maybe it's annoying that I didn't take it, but someone in the chat said to not take a chance, so I didn't take a chance. So screw you, chat. Just kidding, I love you. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. These just came. I'm waiting for a bunch of shorts too. I got a bunch of cheap shorts coming that I want. Very fresh. Very fresh. Yeah, smash that like button for me. Gold out the bottom of the orb. Alright. I gotta put some put these in my gym bag right here. These look fresh as hell. That's nice. And I bought these with Bitcoin. I bought that with Bitcoin. Don't tell the government. I buy everything with Bitcoin now. The government gets enough money from me. Take a look at US CAD for you, sure. Let's put these behind me. What the hell happened to that box? They destroyed that box. And I also got my brand new AirPods I was showing you earlier. How lit are these? These are sick too. I don't know why this camera just doesn't want to focus on anything. There you go, finally. Focus, you damn camera. You're freaking $5 grand. Alright. EG, I haven't even looked at EG today. Let's take a look at EG. EG buy. EG buy, yeah, EG buy. We haven't done an EG buy in a while, so we have broken out of this level, right? So break, retest sort of thing. We could buy this. We could buy this. I will buy this at the bottom here on my EMA. Alright, Vapool, how do you feel about that one right there? Oh, how's my hair look today? I got a haircut. How's the hair? How's it look? Do I look 40? Do I look 40 years old? I feel 40 years old. That looks pretty fresh, I'd say. There you go. Actually, Moro, at my age, if you, yeah, this does look a little bit rangy, doesn't it? This does look a little bit rangy, but we could scalp it, right? So, I have interest in this. I do have some interest in this one. I'm going to put this in my limit orders section. And I have a US 30. I guess I should put that in my limit orders section as well. UJ, nothing's happening. So, let's take a look at these two. Oh, man. So, my original entry was here. So, I had a sniper entry on this one, and I would have TP1'd about here. So, it's very possible that I should have took this one. Excuse me, sorry about that. My hat in the way. Okay. Look at this, 1,145 people in here. We are cooking. Should I tell the Jew story again? Probably not. Chew a little piece of ginger. Is that like a redheaded girl? Come here. Come here, fire crotch. Nasdaq? That's a crazy range on Nasdaq. Let's close. So I won my warm-up trade on here for a couple G's already. Yeah, definitely get that free copier going. Now, we have been a little bit cold in the free room. I think we've lost 2 in a row, but we're still over 70%. Yeah, I'm a pretty happy guy, Patrick, as happiness goes. Am I happier than, you know, anyone else? I don't know. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, I've just always been a pretty happy guy. I'm always happy with the things that I do. Anyways, yeah. You know, happiness, I think, is something you work on. I work a lot. I'm happy when I work a lot. I'm happy with my family life right now. But, you know, it's just up and down, I think. I think with everybody, like everything, you know. You get happy with something, and then it goes wrong, and then you're sad for a bit, and then you get happy again. It's just kind of like happiness is just like business, man. It's just a grind. It's just, you like gotta work at that shit all the time. Like, it doesn't always come easy. to everybody. That's for damn sure. She's out this morning. Naomi's at the gym. The gym we pay like $10 and my wife can work out and they'll watch my baby at the gym. Normally I wear a watch, but my kind of cut my wrists yesterday. See? A little cut on my wrist there. It's just a little tiny one. Just a tiny. It's like a paper cut. It sucks. Let's go ahead and take a look at gold for one of my brothers. Yeah, Austin. You're my girl. I'm going to be looking more for a buy on this one, guys. So I'm going to be ignoring this. You know, obviously I could have just bought right here, but I wanted, ideally, if I had a close out here and then we came down, it would have been a nice buy to take. But I still need to have a close out the top of the range before I can kind of trade up to the top. Let's take a look here. U30, I've still been waiting to get in on something down here. EG waiting to get in on something down here. So trading within this range a little bit here. Let's see if we could get in on one of these trades. 1,150 people in here. It took me a couple of years. Now there was like profitable months, and it was weird. Like my introduction to trading was really different because when I was coming into trading, it was like all about automated trading. Like robots were freaking huge. So I was doing a lot of robot trading, and so what I was doing is I was kind of like watching the robot trade and then kind of analyzing how the robot trade and then adjusting the settings and then back testing and doing a lot of stuff. So the way I've come into trading is very different from a lot of the traders you watch on YouTube. And that doesn't mean I'm like more mechanical or anything, but I do think that I see the markets a little bit differently. And I think I'm a little bit simpler. Yeah, I've got two limits. I got one limit here on EG, and I got a limit right here on U30. So I put them both in the limit order section. Those are the two trades that I'm just kind of waiting on right now. Yeah, and I think that that's still a good approach. I do think that robots are still awesome. I'm always testing robots. I'm constantly looking at robots and using robots in my trading. And obviously this trading strategy that I'm using here on stream, I am developing a trading robot right now using this exact strategy, and we're just kind of sorting it out, working on the different entry models, where we want to take profit and testing it. I was showing like there was a back test on gold on just like the break and close, right? Like with the break and close, there's a back test on gold showing for the last month that it just made a ton of money. So there's definitely a way to use that. And then I think what I'm going to do with the robot is I'm going to have like a community so that we're all on Discord sharing our settings. And then what I'm going to do is be like, if you get the best setting for like 2 months or something, I'll give you like $1,000 or like an Amazon gift card. So I'll be running so within the robot community that we have, I'll be running all these kind of competitions and stuff on Discord. I got to figure that stuff out a little bit still, though. I haven't really looked into it. My confluences on EG. So we have a level of support right here. Okay. Looks like price is starting to respect our EMA right here. We got the, this is not EG, but I might as well go through this one as well. We got the candle close at the top of our range right here. Now waiting for a pullback right to that support level, to the bottom of the range, and to the EMA. So got quite a few confluences on U30. And on EG, very similar, right? We have our macro range here. Seem to be trading within this macro range. Oh, excuse me. We have our EMA right here, waiting for a pullback to that EMA, to the bottom of the range, to this level of support. You know, enough confluences for a good trade. But we don't have a lot of range breaks this morning so far. It's been a bit slow. There's been a lot of, trading within the range. Right, if we go to US dollar, Swiss franc, you can see exactly what I'm talking about here, right? Price is trading within the range. What we need to see is break above the range, break below the range, And then we can make a better decision about our next setup. Is gold good for a buy? Caught the breakout, sweet little scalp. Nice joyful T. Get those W's. Happy to see W's in the chat. Is gold good for a buy? Gold's decent for a buy, right? This is our support level right there. But then you're just trading one confluence, just one confluence. That's not a lot of confluences, right? You want to have more reasons. You want to get the close out the top of the range, right? Then you want to retrace to that support level. That's a better setup, okay? And I know, hey, maybe that setup doesn't happen. Maybe it doesn't come. But if you've been watching my streams, if you're happy with, you know, the 82% win rate that I've had, then you know it's because I'm taking my time. I'm being patient. I'm being SMRT, smart, SMRT. Yeah, USD Swiss franc does look pretty good, doesn't it? Maybe we pull that up. Let's take a look at EU. Someone was saying EU is a setup. So we got a break above on EU now. But it's not great, is it? It's not great. It is rangy, which, you know, we are okay with the range. I am a range trader. But there's nothing here that's really making me want to take it. Nothing really makes me want to take this. You get quite the area here to fill still. I feel like we still have to fill that area. You know, we got crazy demand zone on this area right here. So I can see price sucking into that. So it'd be a tough buy for me. It's very possible people are going to enter right there. That's, you know, a common play. It's a common play to enter off of this one, but I don't know. Not for me right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Everyone, we're gonna get that robot out soon. I get that robot out in the next couple of months. Sorry, maybe in September we'll see the. I think it'll be the Trade with Pat robot, something like that. Maybe in September. Oh wow, look at that. It's getting a pretty good reaction off of that break. Eh? I guess some people have been waiting on that break. A lot of people trading the range breakout these days. Maybe that's helping it. UCAD. Sure, Angus. I'll take a look at the UCAD. Yeah, I send signals in Telegram. The link to that is in the video description. UCAD. I was looking more for a buy here. Oh, no. What was it? No, I was looking for a sell here. All right. So on UCAD, we are finally getting that break. You can see I said price break down, come back up to this level, and then trade it down from there. So let's take a look at you. Oh, I switched it. There you go. UCAD. Was it your USD? Still going up, huh? Look at that. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Why is gold a buy instead of a sell? Well, generally I just like to buy gold. But gold is also in my macro range here. You could see this is the macro range. Okay, that's what it looks like, right? So the next leg would be here if it to hold, right? Now price could break out the bottom and go like this, but the likelihood is that the market will do this because the market ranges 70 to 80% of the time, and it only trends about 20%. So I play the odds that the price will stay in the range because that is the odds. That's what the numbers tell us. That's what makes me a range-bound trader. That's what I look for. Oh, back crack. What about fundamentals? I use some fundamentals, which in terms of fundamentals, just kind of looking at the news. Yeah, your wife ranges 80% of the time. Mine's moody 80% of the time. That's why I'm always hitting on bitches in the chat. What's up, girls? Pop your tops. I'm trying to see some skin. Yeah, oil. Sure, let me take a look at oil for you. Yeah, so I was thinking about maybe selling oil today. Had to break out the bottom, waiting for a pullback to this level for a sell. on oil. That was a setup that I was thinking about on oil. So I pull that up. Oil, UCAD, similar setup on UCAD in my supply right here. Okay, I've got some options today. We'll be watching a few of these, aren't we? Of course I respect women. I respect them the only way I know how, baby. What's up? Let me show you my candle. Thanks, Bryant. Oh yeah, they're not bitches. They're patties for sure. No, I only say rude things to be funny, obviously. So if you're in the chat and you're trying to be woke right now, don't be gay. He's gay. He's too woke, right? Chill. But by gay I mean funny, and I'm also not saying that. Trump's saying that. That's my impression of Trump. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody. How big is my candle? It's about a 6-inch candle. A strong 6. A 6 hard candle. When it's flaccid, it's like a button on a fur coat, though. Not great flaccid. Very tiny. Yeah, a 6-pip candle. That's why I always go for 6. Yo, XP boosted. Don't listen to this, bro. Are we talking about this? Hey man, I'm whatever the chat asks me, I have to answer. All right? But, you know, this is friendly. This is, you know, family friendly content. An evening star, hell yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, doji candle. Look, you know, if I had a 10-inch candle, would I really be as rich as I am today? No. Well, I'm not going to answer that, Ryan. You don't get my bank account number. All right, gold is selling off. Whew. That would have been a decent entry at the midline, huh? But I was not very bearish on gold, so I didn't get in on that. Was able to win this one. It's finally breaking out of the top of the range here. But that's coming right to a level of resistance, so don't have much on US 100. What are our other trades looking like? I really should have entered here, right? That was my original entry. We would have won that. But then I took the risk off. Someone wanted me to be less risky in the chat. Who's being a pussy in the chat? EJ? Sure, let's take a look at EJ. EJ. Yeah, EJ looks alright. It is coming to a pretty strong level of resistance, so it does seem like we're at kind of the top of our range too. See here? So does look like this is being respected though. The EMA does look like it's being respected, so a decent setup. And you know, it is a supply, it is a demand as well, so it's not bad, man. That's not a bad setup at all, right? See the demand right here? That's not bad on EJ. Pull it up. What else was I on? US oil, waiting for a pullback there. US CAD. Yeah, you might get US CAD, huh? Might get US CAD. How much do we need on US CAD here? 8 pips or 7 pips to get into an entry. Yeah, I like this US CAD here. And you could also see we rejected off of this exact level right here earlier. So I like US CAD a little bit if we could pull back up there. Holy crap. You don't want to know how many lots I got open. I told you I'd double lots. This US CAD right here is 72 lots. Do not try this at home. I'm going crazy today if I get into a trade. Vapool's into US CAD. He just set up the limit, so he's into it too. Your NZD. Let's see. Doesn't want to load, so no your NZD. What the hell's going on? How's everybody doing in the chat today? Yes, 72 lots intuition. I know is crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. All right, that just does not want to load that pair. That pair doesn't exist to me. We have a GBP CHF. Oh, looks like USD CAD is coming a little bit. And so am I with my 6-inch candle. Hey now, hey now. They love it. Yeah, I'm off the caffeine. I'm off caffeine. Caffeine makes me look so old. Whenever I drink caffeine, I get the worst eye bags. Now, I still have them, right? My eye bags are always here. But when I'm on caffeine, they get so freaking bad. And so I have to quit. But I love coffee, man. I love coffee. I love getting juiced. I love the action. If I could only recommend one trading strategy to escape the matrix, it would be this strategy that I do on stream, man. This is it. This is my strategy. I love this. Hey, it's respecting this EMA here as well. So we got to be cautious about that. Oh, excuse me. We're also getting close on EU. So UCAD here, let's put this into my limits. EU is a setup. What was I going to do on EU? Yeah, I didn't love EU. It was going to be something like this, I think. Right, we were going to trade off of this level right here, right, as our demand. I don't know, Vipul, what do you think about this setup? You know, the problem is in our macro range here, there's a long way to come down, right? So if we were looking at our fib here, let me just change this to my normal fib, then the discount range is down here. So we're not even getting a discount if I were to take that demand zone. So, but Pool says looks good enough, and I don't like looks good enough. So I don't think I'm gonna take this trade. Looks good enough is not a positive indicator from one of my lovely analysts, Vipul. 10 wins in a row, a mohawk. There's no way in hell I'm gonna get a mohawk. I'll spray tan myself completely black, and I'll say the N-word, but I'm not getting a mohawk. Gold. What are people? Isn't gold falling off a cliff? I don't know. I'm more of a buy. So you see liquidity is being taken below the obvious level of support. Now price is pushing up aggressively, right? So I've been bullish on gold. I want to buy to the top of the range, right? I want to buy and get that price to come up here because that's just what's been happening before. But in order for me to do that, I need to have a close up here, right? That's what I need. Let's go to US CAD. Waiting for a pullback to this level. US 30. Waiting for the pullback to this level here, to my EMA. Might get two of these here. Generally, I like taking one trade at a time on stream. My editor prefers that. Look at the breakout on EG. Someone called this, eh? Whoever called that EG, good for you. We got some smart people in the chat. Huh? Smart people in the chat. USD Swiss franc. Jeez. I need some candy. I need some candy. Hey, yeah, let me take a look at your pairs. This is the open range breakout strategy. I do it a little bit different. All right, Ryan, you come live with me for a week. I'm not getting a mohawk. I'll do whatever you say, but not that. All right, so I kind of look at some pairs, man. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention. Yeah, USD Swiss franc. We need to close out the top here. We got to get a close out the top. Then we enter down here. That's decent, though. That's decent because we're at our support level right here, right? So this is good. We want to buy. Swiss franc is decent. Euro USD I didn't care about, right? I didn't really care about this one. It was a bit weird. You know, where a support's down here, and we're gonna take the trade from up here. I don't think so. Not on my watch. No, not on my watch. I should buy a Rolex soon. Bitcoin's going crazy. I should buy more. Caffeine drains your liquid. You know what else drains my liquid? Sarah Khalifa in the chat. Step right up and drain this liquid. Oh man, I'm on fire today. You are the next contestant on Drain This Liquid. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. All right, let's take a look at Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Hey, not bad, but not good either. Broke out the top, broke out the bottom. We had the trend line break. Maybe you're gonna get a retest of the trend line. Okay. Trend line retest at support. Buy. Maybe not, but decent setup. Decent setup. I'm not gonna do it. We're below this, so we're in that downtrend, but there's something tasty about 1, 2, 3 break retest. Oh, there's something just tasty about, you know, that feeling when you get that break retest on a freaking trend line. It's just juicy. There's something about that. Speaking of juicy, no, I'm not high. I'm just hanging out. I'm way too early to be high. 10:30 in the morning. I'm just doing bits this morning. I'm waiting for a trade, so I'm doing bits. Don't make me tell the Asian girlfriend story again. GBP CAD. Let's see. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll put my circle, Sarah. Thank you, baby. GBP CAD. Not bad. Range high, range low. We got lower time frame. Oh yeah. Lower time frame supply. Okay. That's your setup right there on GBP CAD. Pull back. Enter right there. Now let me go back to the limits. Okay. Sarah wants me to draw my circle. Here's my entry point on UCAD. Okay, I'm coming close to my entry point. Right here on Dow Jeezy. The Dow Jeezy. This one I think we're done. I think we missed the boat on this one. Definitely missed the boat on that one. So that one, limit order canceled. Wah, wah, wah. You're gone. We have contenders though. What other contenders do we have? Euro USD? No. Maybe oil. Maybe oil. Oil was a break and retest sell. So broke through my support. Retest that support now as resistance. Simple setup. Does work. Does work. How many trader friends do I have? In real life, probably just one. You know, obviously I have like all the people that work with me and we're friends now. Like me and Vipul and Joe, my analysts, we're friends. So I guess they would consider, but they also work for me. So I don't really like to say they're my friends because you shouldn't have to pay your friends, okay? You shouldn't have to. I do, but you shouldn't have to. You hear that, Vipul? We're friends. I shouldn't have to pay you. You should be doing this for free, Vipul. I watch his videos, but no, I don't know him. But I think he's funny. Yeah, of course I know him. I know all of these guys, but I never like meet any traders. They're all young kids, man. They're all like 20 years old. They don't want to hang out with me. I'm 40. I'm gonna steal their girls too, you know. I do keep Vipul in the basement. Yeah, I know all of those guys. I know Alex G and Mamba and TJR, all the young trader boys for sure. All right, what are we doing? CAD JPY. Let's take a gander. That's a decent one, isn't it? That's a nice little call out. Who called that out? Problem is the range again. All right. It's the top of the range here. Is there enough? Is this enough of a support here to feel good about this trade? The bottom of the range is probably more like here. Okay. That's probably more the bottom of the range. It's not a very clear one, you know. We see we have this as well here. But let's see. Let's see. You lost it all on UCAD. What was the UCAD trade that you did? You were trying to pull it back, huh? Yeah, it's not pulling back on UCAD. Maybe U30. Yeah, hit them likes for Luke Johnson. Hit them likes for Luke Johnson. Oh, I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. You want to see my new shoes again? While we wait for a trade. Might have to have a trade from the chat here. What's going on? Ooh, you know I love them new Bally's right now. Oh, hell yeah. The coziest shoe of all time. What size do you think my shoe is? You want to guess? Yeah, I use the fib retracement. Watch my last video on indicators. What size do you think my shoes are? If you can guess the size first, you win free VIP. You got it. All right, Dub TF got it. Dub TF got it. Dub TF got it. Free VIP for Dub TF. Make sure to DM me on Instagram, big dog. They are 10.5, like he said. It's not gonna focus. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can actually see 10.5, baby. Dub TF with the win. Look at, we're playing some games in here. We're guessing Pat's shoe size. Who needs to win trades? I need to win trades. I'm trying to win a trade today. Dub TF. VIP winner. In order to claim your prize, DM me on Instagram. No spread, Mark. Nice try. I appreciate the effort. Yeah, 200 EMA. Ryan, I don't think you did. I swear Dub TF had it first. Let me go back and see. I'm going all the way back here. All right, let me go back and see. Who said 10.5 first? Who said 10.5 first? It was Dub TF. Ryan, you were literally right behind him. You were right behind him. Some would say you were an inch short, Ryan. An inch short. So get that extension, big dog. I trade about 9:30 to 11:30 each time. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I turned 40 on the 27th. And then I quit YouTube for good. No, I'm kidding. I'll stay on YouTube. Fine. I'll stay. Relax. I'll trade a lot of sessions, but on stream, I just trade the New York session. Anything for you, baby. Mwah. Sarah's my girl. All right. What else do we got? US CAD pullback. Waiting on that one. Really waiting on that. Really waiting to sell here. Being patient today. I missed a good setup on GBP CHF. Let's see. What was the setup here? The setup here is was probably this right there, right? That's the supply right there. So That's probably more what I'd be interested in entering at. I guess you could have took like an FVG right there. And you could have been cooking. GJ, I don't know what the hell I've looked at today. I'm all over the map. I'm just kind of getting over this cold. My brain's still a little bit foggy. Yeah, nothing here really that I see on GJ. I don't really have much interest in that. But Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We were joking about entering on that trend line. Australian dollar. Well, what about US dollar, Swiss franc? We were waiting for a breakout of the top on this one all day. US oil, been waiting for a bit of a retest play here within the range. Haven't been able to get it. So this is an area I've been interested in as well. Now there were trades yesterday. I mean last week. What trades did we have last week? We had an EU trade. Where the hell was that trade? Last week. So this was the EU trade last week. We took this one on stream. This was one of the stream winners last week. Was a nice trade. We had the and you know, so I could explain that while we wait. Might as well. Excuse me. Smash the like button if you want me to explain this trade. Okay. So. Oh, I'm phlegmy. If you look at this side of the desk, it's just like this. Tissues. And it's because I'm sick. It's not because I'm playing with myself. Relax. Calm down. Everybody calm down. All right, so what happened on this one? Sorry, jeez, I'm sorry. Draining that liquid. All right. My tissue box is very sus. All right, so we had this is a trade we had last week. So we had the bottom of the range. We had the top of the range. You can see price came out the bottom of the range right here and closed. That's what I wanted to see. And then I waited for a pullback, and I had a level of supply, which was right here. I entered the trade. Went against me a little bit. Came into the next level of supply. Good thing we had 2 levels of supply. Shot down. We won that one. A nice stream trade. So I'm going to go through a couple of these quickly, and then I'll go back to live charts. We had this EU last week. Oh, sorry, this Australian dollar, US dollar trade. There, this one was very similar, right? So on this one, we had the close out the bottom here. And so I was selling again, waited for the pullback to my level of resistance right here. You could see, took a little bit of liquidity, went against me a little bit, but then in my direction, right? Exited at that EMA right there. Good exit, smart decision. Won that one live on stream. And then I had a US CAD as well. That's the last one I'm going to show you, and then I'll get right back into the live charts. Where's US CAD? Right here. The US CAD on this, might have had 2 wins on US CAD actually. So here was one, simple, broke out, waited for the pullback to what? My level of demand, entered perfectly, shot up. That was a really, really good win on UCAD. Then we go over here. This one, a little bit different. You can see we had a pretty significant pullback right here. Broke out of the range, candle closed, waited for the pullback, where this time to an EMA, and also what? A level of demand on a lower time frame. Price shot up, took profit there. Should have took profit here, left some on the table, but that's what's good from last week. Now let's go into this week. Waiting for a pullback, similar setup, sell setup on UCAD. Oh, I muted the mic there, eh? Professional broadcaster muting the mic while he coughs. U30, waiting for a pullback here. So, you see my process. You see what I'm doing. You see how I'm doing it. And if you like this process, you'll like my VIP room. Consider joining my VIP trading room. The link to that is in the description. Been on a little bit of a cold streak in the VIP room. Our first cold streak of the year, which means it's the best time to join because that's the pullback. We have, you know, every year, maybe 1 or 2 months where we go cold, and we're cold right now. So now's the time to join. The people, they do it so stupid in VIP. You say, like, if I'm like 10 wins in a row, then everyone joins VIP. But guess what? At 10 wins in a row, I'm going to lose a trade. One asset to choose just for the rest of my life. If I had to choose one pair just for the rest of my life, that is such a good question. What the hell would I do? Let's ask Vapool first. Vapool, if you had to trade one pair for the rest of your life, what would you do? Tony, those are only live trades. Sorry, Tony, all of the trades that are in the record are only trades that I've done on the stream. Only trades I've done on the stream. Like, I had a trade off stream this morning. It's like my warm-up trade. I did like over $2,000 on it, okay? I did not claim that. That is not claimed. That doesn't count. Counts for my bank account, which is absolutely nice, but it doesn't count for that. Oh, Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of people saying Bitcoin. Vapool would do gold. Vapool would choose gold. I might choose gold too, but I don't know. I like rangy pairs as well, but I like gold. I don't think I can even answer that question. It's crazy that I can't answer that question. See, I would say gold, but it's hard to say. Vapool, he gives trades in the gold trading room, and Vapool, you know, we all give trades, and Vapool, with his gold trades this year in the VIP trading room, he has not lost one, so that's why he's saying gold. Vapool is undefeated on gold in the gold trading room this year, so shout out to Vapool, having a great year on gold. Are there any other pairs you guys want me to look at right now to see if I could get a trade? Because it looks like we've been, you know, we're waiting on pullbacks on a couple here and just haven't been able to get an entry. Now, my original entry was here on Dow Jones. And so I would have actually taken profit right here, but then someone in chat told me to relax, so I didn't take it. So blame chat. GU, let's take a look at GU. I've been waiting on US dollar Swiss franc as well to break out. Here, let me get rid of this history. But I've been waiting on Swiss franc here to break out. Doesn't want to. Because it's a decent range to trade that up. Let's see. Yeah, break out of that trend lazy. GU's at that support now, isn't it? But it never broke out the top. That's tough. I want to do it, but there's not enough confluences for me to take this. But that is a hell of a demand zone. That is a hell of a demand zone it's at right now. You know, it makes me want to do it, but I'm not going to do it. There's just not enough confluences. I need more than one reason. CAD JPY is fine. It's not too exotic. Nothing's too exotic. I just talk trash. You do it. You tell me whatever you want to tell me. I'm just a shit talker. Yeah, that's nice, huh? Oh, excuse me. Demand right there. Yeah, chat is a bit quiet today, aren't they? Gold? Yeah, I don't know what the hell's gold. What's going on with gold? I wanted to buy gold today. So that's why it's a good thing to stick to your confluences, right? We didn't have a breakout the top on gold of my range, so I didn't buy it. And it's a good thing I didn't buy it, because look, we've just fallen off. And so that's why you have those reasons, right? That saved me from a loss, right? I was bullish. I wanted to be bullish, but the reasons for the trade didn't come up, so I didn't take the trade. And if I did take the trade, I would have lost. That's how you keep the win rate high, baby. That's it. Stick to it. GJ. Moro's got a buy limit set on GJ, so let's go ahead and take a look at Moro. Moro, we didn't get a break at the top of the range, so I'm not sure why you're buying. I don't know what Moro's doing here, where he's buying, why he's buying. I don't see the reason, Moro. You make sure you have a lot of reasons for your trade. Al De Niro got the gold sell. Good for him. Good for him. You could have traded that just on the close right there, or the close and the retest at the top of the range right there. Decent. We had a EUR-CAD I was looking at as well. Let's take a look at EUR-CAD. Yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a big red candle, isn't it? Yeah. What do we do with this one, huh? Yeah, I know. What do we do with this one? Is it going to respect the EMA? Don't enter this one. That is a big red candle. Getting a reaction though off that EMA. Trade it to this level right there. TP1. Look at that. Could have took it. Could have took it. Could have took it. Thought about it. Thought about it. I thought about it. Could have took that. Oh no, don't take it. Yeah, I don't like these three red candles right there. They're quite ugly. And not enough to hold this thing. We need to see something a little bit better before we consider this as a setup. Alright, I'm watching it. I'm thinking. I'm watching, I'm thinking. Look at this thing coming down though. Alright, so what do we have? We have another demand area right down here. See, good thing you didn't take that trade. That's why you don't catch the falling knife. Don't catch the falling knife. Never catch a falling knife. Look at these like this candle is just a massive candle. It might just go, it could just shoot through all of these. So, good thing we didn't do that. Damn, that was a good explanation. That was a good explanation too. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, look at that reaction. I was just talking about this. I was like saying, I really want to catch it. I really want to catch it, but it's just so risky to catch a big candle like that. You know, you gotta be patient. If you catch that candle, it's like, sheesh. I'm not muted anymore. Chill. This thing is nuts. I'm not gonna catch it. I'm not gonna catch it. What do we looks like on other time frames? There you go. See, on 3 minute you have Bit of a bullish reaction now. You're getting something out of this, but not enough, that's for sure. How do I get my toolbar up there? I don't know. Dragged it, I guess. I would have done it so long ago, I don't even know. My sign language is good. Yeah, I don't know if this will hold, man. That's too nervous. Do the Trump. It's enough with the Arabs. He's gay. There you go. No, I turned mute off a while ago, guys. How do I take partials on MetaTrader? I actually did a short video on that. Go through my shorts. Maybe from 2 weeks ago. Check that out. It's on my shorts. Well, there's the reaction, though. On 5 minute. Oh, man, did we want that? We were thinking about it. We were thinking about it. We were definitely thinking about this one. But I didn't have the balls to pull the trigger. Oh, that would have been a juicy one, too. Yeah, Song. Listen to Song Oku. He knows. He's Song, and he's also Goku. Yeah, I had an NQ trade this morning. Waiting on UCAD pullback still. U30. Waiting on pullback here as well still. So had a nice little warm-up trade. Haven't been able to get anything else yet today. We're still at 4 wins in a row. Being patient, being smart today. We haven't, you know, there just wasn't a lot of trades breaking out. Like, not a lot of trades breaking out of the range, you know. You have, like, we have our range, right? And you just have a lot of pairs doing this. And then, like, the pairs that were breaking out, they were, like, breaking out the bottom. And they were, like, right at, like, a support level. So that we didn't want to take those. So, just one of those days. Just a slower day. Still might get a trade. Sorry about the chat. Zakir, what's going on, brother? How can I help you? I thought I answered your question. It's 6 inches. And girthy. If the limit order is not inside the orb, is the trade still valid? It can be, but then, you know, that's discretionary. I like it in the orb usually. I like to pull back into the orb myself. That's where I have the most success. EJ, GU. Okay, let's take a look at EJ for this guy. EJ out of resistance. And pulling back. So, yeah, my analysis on this was to get in on the trade here on EJ, and that is interesting. You know, that is, we can add that to my limit orders. It's a decent setup. The only issue is you can see the macro range. We are kind of in the middle here. Right, so there is always a chance we come back down and test this bottom of the macro range as we trade within this range. But we do have this EMA held here. Looks like it's holding here as well. So come back to this level. I like that as a potential buy today on EJ. Do I plan on doing a Rolex giveaway? I don't even have my own Rolex. But maybe when I move into the house, I'll give someone a Rolex and give myself a Rolex. It'll be me and a follower giveaway. Orb is the open range breakout. So here's our open range right there. The top of the range, the bottom of the range. Price closes out the top of the range. That makes me feel bullish. If you haven't watched my One Strategy for Life video, I did it about 3 weeks ago. Make sure you watch that video. That's an important one. Zakir, you keep saying answer my questions, and I keep saying, what's the question? Big dog, where's the question? I told you I'm 6 inches. How many times are you going to ask me about the size of my candle? Whew. Oh. Take a look at gold. Yeah, let's take a look at gold. There's nothing here on gold, guys. So gold, I was bullish. So I wanted to see the price break out the top of my range here and then pull back to this level, which is where I was going to buy. It didn't happen, so don't have much to do on gold. Sorry. Still looking for a setup today. A sell setup. If I were to sell it, it would probably be, I don't know where it would be, right? Because you'd be, here is the retest, right? But here is the range, so I don't know. I guess high in this area right here. That's like a supply, so maybe there would be an interesting if I was going to sell it. But I don't really want to sell it. I wanted to buy it today. Who's the guy that kept saying he wants questions? Questions. Yeah, answer my questions. And there is no question. That's tough. Oh, mansion? Yeah, let's take a look at the mansion while we wait. Giveaways, mansion, giveaways, mansion, giveaways. Ooh, there is the mansion. How about that? Very nice. That's my courtyard. This is the backyard. Just one house back there. Can't really see any of the other houses. They're kind of tucked away in the trees. Feels like a cottage at this place, I tell you. That's where the hot tub's going to be, right there. See, the hot tub's going to be right there, and I'm going to be able to sit there outside with Sarah, obviously. And then here we go inside. Oh, man. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Get all this awesome stuff. There's my little babies. Size of my bank account? Over 10 million. Well over 10 million. And I keep it. I don't do stupid stuff with my money. I could have a GT3 RS tomorrow, but I don't. I'm chilling. I keep that money, making me more money. We don't need a concrete frame in Canada. There's no hurricanes here. Yeah, the trade is still valid if you're scalping. That's fine. Oh, I think like if I was making the same money I'm making now when I was 20, I'd probably be doing a lot more dumb stuff. I'd probably have 4 cars because when I was 20, I was an idiot. But I'm not an idiot right now, and I like having my money make me money. And then, you know, at some point, if I want, you know, if I get tired of streaming, or if I get tired of trading, then I could just quit. Nasdaq, sure. Nasdaq finally broke out here. Look at this right here. That's the demand right there. So that would be my pullback entry, I think. On NQ, if I was going to take an NQ today, I'd be waiting for a pullback to this level right about there. Alright, if I was on NQ. US CAD, I've been waiting for a pullback on all day. US 30, been waiting for a pullback. And look, you can see here we're getting a little trend line forming right now. So maybe that's gonna suck this price down finally to my entry. You know, I could have entered off this one a few times here off that midline, which is where I was originally looking, and I could have had a trade, but that's all right. And EJ, I was waiting for it to come down here. It just took off again. All right. I am contributing to the unbalance of wealth. Yes, I probably am. Don't listen to Gary's economics. He'll make you hate me. Actually, it is a great channel. Actually, I like that Gary's economics guy. He's pretty good. He talks about how wealth inequality is the #1 problem facing society today. The rich people are buying all of the assets, and I agree with him. He's right, and I trade on those principles too. I just think that the price of assets is going up. Poor people are getting poor, so definitely buy more than sell, especially when it comes to assets, housing, gold, property, land, silver, Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, $120,000. Broke out the bottom of the range. Are you selling today? I'm not selling. No way. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes me a happy, happy man. I've withdrawn over $100,000 this month in Bitcoin already. My complete net worth, well over 10 million. I've been trading for 16 years, so it is as it should be. Swiss franc broke the top finally. All right. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. All right, let's see. What is the demand that I like? What is the demand that I like? I think that's the demand that I like. God, Swiss franc. Someone gonna give me a trade? I know, Sarah. I want to get a trade too. If I don't get a trade in 20 minutes, I'm out of here. All right. I'm going long on this demand at the trend line. On Swiss franc. All right. That's my setup on there. EJ, I don't know if EJ's coming. U30's coming. There's a chance we could get into U30 here. Look, where my trend line is holding as we come down here. Hopefully that trend line doesn't hold too long. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that we might get in on here. US CAD just doesn't want to come. I'm gonna come. Don't come. I'm gonna come. Mute this while I blow my... It took me a couple years to be profitable, but I was explaining my process earlier. It was a bit different. I would be profitable sometimes for like 3 or 4 months at a time using trading robots. So I was using trading robots, and sometimes I'd be profitable for 3-4 months at a time. And so, you know, I could say, hey, after like 4 or 5 months, I was kind of profitable because I had robots providing me profit consistently. But then my manual trading kind of took longer. Took a couple years because, you know, they had a lot less education. They didn't have guys like me streaming, right? I think this makes it a lot easier because you see my process. You see me today. This is like really how I trade, like really slow. If I'm trading like $500,000 account, or if I have like over $1 million in a trading account, I trade it really slow, really slow. And I'm waiting for pullbacks like crazy. So right here, pullback right now. I want pullback to my point of interest, which is right here. And I'm entering right here at what? The EMA, the bottom line. Multiple reasons to enter a trading position. I guess like if you're just like what strategy made me profitable, be originally just like concepts on support and resistance, supply and demand. I don't sell any courses. I know everyone DMs me all the time. It says sell a course, sell a course. I don't sell courses. I don't really like the idea of selling a course, honestly. It's not something that interests me very much. This is the one I've been waiting on here. Thought we might get it. Trend line, you're gonna hold, push back down. Come on. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever sell a course. Like I prefer more kind of community projects. So like the trading robot, Forex Fury, and then yeah, it's like basically what I'm doing here is what I would do in the course, right? So like you're getting this for free, just take it for free. Someone's in EU right now. Let's take a look at EU. Some people bought off of this level that I was looking at earlier. This is my demand setup here. The problem I didn't like this that much is because it was kind of in the middle of the range again. You can see bottom of the range, top of the range, and we were buying from the middle of the range, but it was a good demand. It was a very clear level of demand, and we are getting a good reaction. So maybe I should have got into my own trade here. Someone should have told me, hey Pat, go look at EU again. I can't do this all by myself, folks. This is why I have you in the chat to tell me. Excuse me. How do I adjust the strategy? Well, I've been able to use this strategy live on stream for multiple months with success. Okay, Swiss franc. Let's see. Yeah, I've been using this for multiple months with success. Now, if this strategy, like I just started to lose too much on it, I think I would back test it, and then I think maybe I would just like adjust maybe the pair that I trade. I would just like avoid certain pairs maybe, or maybe I would change the indicator. Like maybe I would throw like an RSI on there and just be like, okay, I'm only buying when it's oversold, only selling when it's overbought. Maybe I would just change the EMA to a VWAP. You know what I mean? Like I would just like make minor adjustments. This strategy definitely works for futures. This strategy is originally actually a futures strategy. This strategy is used more on indices like Nasdaq than it is on Forex. I'm the first trader to kind of take this into Forex and prove that it's viable in Forex, but that's using a lot of my own personal discretion. Definitely, again, if you haven't watched my video, no, I don't do futures, but if you haven't watched my video, which is like one trade for life, one strategy for life, please watch that. I gotta see if I got a cough lozenge or something. I'm dying here. All right. Yeah, this was one that I was interested on EU. Give me something to suck on, right? I'm talking about a Halls. Just getting a little bit of this. This is autofocus on my hand. Give me something to suck on. Cover my face. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Give me something to suck on. Thank you, Ahmed. It's definitely, well, that's a cool middle name, actually. Call Fauci, yeah. That Fauci's the last thing I would trust with my health. Okay? He's the last guy. CNN and Fauci, no thank you. 4 minute? Alright, switch to 5 for you. Oh, so my entry was here, but I didn't take that risk today because I doubled my lot sizes. Maybe I shouldn't have doubled my lot sizes. I'm being a bit risk averse today, but looks like we're getting a decent reaction there. Your AUD. Alright, let's take a look at your AUD. Yeah. Your AUD is nice, huh? That is nice. Demand. Right there. So I would still need quite the pullback to my entry here. Something like that. Not bad. Not a bad setup. You can see the demand right here. Rocketed off of that demand. So I'll be hoping for the a similar thing. This is your AUD. Do I have this in my market watch? Alright, you're in my market watch now. Oil never came back, eh? What do we got on my limit orders? I'm waiting for this one to pull back for a while in UCAD. U30 still holding to that trend line. Been waiting for what the hell? Why would this move? There you go. Something like this. Been waiting on this one. EJ, Swiss franc. How close is that? 7 pips. That's actually pretty close on Swiss franc. Well, trend line retest on the demand. Multiple reasons to take this trade, and also what? Support level right there. Seems to be holding. Pull back, go. This one, you know, might be a trade that I take off stream, even if I don't trade this, even if I don't get the pullback. This one I might actually just be watching for the next few hours by myself in the backyard. What is the 20 pip challenge? Your questions suck. They don't say anything. Oh, I appreciate that intuition. You know, it's tough because there's this balance between do I just take a trade to entertain, or do I just like make Trump jokes and Jew jokes or something and then stream? You know what I mean? Like just kind of entertain in a different way instead of forcing trades. This would be my main buy setup, I think, the Swiss franc one. I like that I have the trend line. I like that I have demand. I like that we're like reacting off of support. We got a big room to go up to the upside. So the Swiss franc trade is a trade that I like quite a bit. Even if I'm not here, I'll probably take it. But if I do take it off stream, I won't claim it. Here's another one. We've been waiting for the pullback here. Just made such an insane level of demand here. So the EJ trade's pretty nice too. The UCAD trade's also nice, right? Like here, but you can see getting a rejection off of this EMA now. Playing the other side. Like use the EMA as support. Now using the EMA as resistance. Yeah, markets are a bit boring today. People don't want to watch me stream. You know, less than 1,000 people in here now. No one hit the like button. Am I a swinger? Definitely not. Definitely not. I don't play with stuff like that. What's mine is mine. Or I sure hope. But you never know. How about a spin? You don't get a spin. You gotta smash that like button. Get over 1,000 people back in here. I'll give you a spin. Get out of here, Ace. Alright, why are we close? We getting close on any? Took a sell on US oil. Let me see what your sell looked like. You sold on US oil. I don't know where you sold. It's a nice one. I guess you could have had the retest here, right at the top of the range. You sold that. Whoa. Excuse me. I stream 3 times a week. I've only ever not traded once. I've always had trades every stream except for one. But market's been kind of crappy for my strategy today. We haven't gotten a lot of breakouts, and the one where we have had breakouts, we haven't had the significant pullbacks. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't get them. It just means that they might come off stream. But that's fine. You know, I think it's important for you guys to understand that this is what trading is actually like. You know, sometimes I take trades on here just to force it a little bit and to entertain you, and that's not smart. I can entertain you by showing you other things. Like, what can I show you? I could show you my mansion. Anyone want to look at the mansion? Oh, yeah. So we're about halfway, and so far it looks exactly like these pictures. Look at my Porsche at the front right there. Oh man, the videos I'm gonna make there. My office is that front window right there. That's my office right there. Oh, and then we got this too with the poles. This shit's so expensive though. It's so expensive, but I got this with the poles. And the land is gonna look pretty similar to this as well. Yeah, these are the renders. You never saw these? Yeah, the renders are nasty, nasty, nasty. And this is actually gonna look like this. The landscaping is like 800 grand. So it's actually gonna look unbelievable. There's gonna be lights on everything. It's gonna be nuts. There's here I'm just gonna put grass though. I'm just gonna put grass in here. Should be done by February. Ontario, which is really expensive. So it's like this house is like $5 million, but you do the exact same house in like Texas, you could get it for like $2 million, maybe even 1.5. A basketball court at the back right there. Yeah, of course everybody's gonna be invited. I'm gonna be streaming from it. Show you the court. Be hooping. Little pool house right here. Vibing, man. This thing's gonna be sick. Yeah, I should do like the home tour right now. It's like half built. Look at the fire pit down here, and then I'm gonna have a TV over here so I can watch the TV from the fire pit. It's gonna be nasty. And the TV's gonna be up here. And the barbecue, this is already being built in right here. And this, I'm gonna have a chill spot. I don't know if I'm gonna put the table like this. I'll probably have like a couch and stuff so that I can just watch the TV. These aren't fake pics. These are called renders. It's funny to say that that's fake though, right? But as you can see on my Twitter right now, it's not fake. See, look, it's the exact same thing I just showed you right there. That's it. This is the same thing. I don't drink very much, no. I'll drink sometimes, but I'm not a big drinker. My dad's more of a drinker, so when I saw him, he drank quite a bit, and I don't like to drink. I think in my family there is some sort of addiction to alcoholism, so I don't bother with it. Why take the risk? You know what I mean? I'd rather keep my faculties. I'm the smartest I've ever been right now. You want to see what I make per day? Yeah. I'll show that in a video once my YouTube strike is gone. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. If you want more trades, join the VIP room. Link is in the description. If you want to sign up with the broker, if you want to know where I trade, the link to the broker's in the description. As for the open trades right now, I have the limit order on US dollar, Swiss franc, and the US 30. So the one that I think I will consider carrying forward is the Swiss franc trade. I think this is one I'm considering. The US CAD is also one I'm considering. The EJ I'm not considering, and the US 30 I'm not considering. I'm gonna close those limits. So I'm gonna watch UCAD here, and I'm gonna watch Swiss franc here. I think those are two decent opportunities that I still may take as we go into the afternoon. Yeah, I'll make a channel on Discord soon. Kind of a crappy day today. Didn't get a trade, but, well, I have my warm-up trade go for a few G's, which is all right, but we're going to stretch this win streak to 5 tomorrow. And that's it, guys. You know, we'll be back. We'll make it happen tomorrow. We'll win some mool. And, hey, make sure to watch the Trade Copier video. If you haven't had enough of me, go watch the Trade Copier video. Spend 20, 30 minutes, install that thing. And I'm going to come up with some video, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love. 9:30 a.m. tomorrow.